Hello and welcome to another episode of Retro Gaming with Ricardo. Today's game, Neighbours from Hell, the original. Created by jowood Software back in the 90s, I think this is a fantastic game. A game for all ages. I have children of ages 18 all the way down to 6, and they've all enjoyed playing this game. Especially the 18-year-old, where it was new when it first came out. The idea of this game is to follow the movements of a neighbour. You sneak into his house and then lay an elaborate string of traps to infuriate him and thus gain more points. The entire game is played very episodic, like a TV show, and canned applause can be heard as well from an audience. Tricks include putting eggs in microwaves, putting whoopee cushions on the seat, putting bars of soap where the neighbour can be tripped over, or even putting super glue on binoculars. Here we can see our protagonist has just altered the aerial on the television that the neighbour has indeed been watching. This, ruining the signal. This will infuriate him even more. The more you string these traps together, the higher percentage score you get, the more laughs you get, the more infuriated the neighbour gets, the more points you get. This being a long playthrough of the first season of Neighbours from Hell, different aspects and rooms and items become available as you play through it. You can have a mobile phone to trick the neighbour into running downstairs and breaking his method of movement. You've got soup. You can even go to the fridge where there's normally an egg, get out some smelly cheese and put it in the plant, so when the neighbour walks past the plant then causes him to be sick. Of course, by that point you've already put in a toilet roll and blocked his toilet. Cunning gags like this that I think really appeal not only to the child among us, but also the children. So a very family friendly game. I've got no problems in putting my kids in front of this game and letting them see the slapstick comic violence that ensues from the tricks that you play. So Neighbours from Hell was released in June of 2003 and the GameCube and Xbox on March the 4th, 2005. The game was released for Windows in the United States on September the 22nd, 2003. Woody, our protagonist, is an average man who has a happy life until his neighbour, Mr. Rottweiler, makes his life miserable. So then, as we can see from how things have been going with the motion of the game, Woody decides to take full revenge on Mr. Rottweiler. In the game Neighbours from Hell, the player creeps about the neighbour's house performing tricks upon the unsuspecting resident. The player is a star of a TV show with the same name, with cameras that trick every move as they happen, as the player sets those traps. We all know the game's objectives by now: to create as much disarray and increase ratings and win awards by tricking that neighbour. Each level's goal is to play the crude tricks to get the maximum amount of points. Each stage has 4 or 5 zones, not including the training stages. You must move Woody from zone to zone. The neighbour moves with him as time goes by. Sometimes you can distract him in different ways. As I said, you can call him with a mobile phone to get him to go downstairs, or he gets distracted automatically, for example, painting or washing clothes and so on. He has pets watching over him, such as a parrot named Chili. The game starts with only a few rooms, and that opens up, and the house opens up as the game progresses, whereas Season 2 you have a balcony and a bedroom, and in Season 3, in the first Neighbours from Hell game, you also have a basement and study. The more rooms obviously makes playing the tricks and getting a good string of tricks to be played on that neighbour more difficult. So I'm going to be quiet now and I'm going to let you watch the comic capers of the first couple of episodes in The Neighbours from Hell. Enjoy it. If you've liked what you see, please subscribe. I've been Ricardo, and this has been Retro Gaming.